Okay, shalom, shalom. Kwam Yasha'Allah, Kol Haloyimla, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well, that by the Spirit taught us His beautiful truth, and just want to say the water to all the Akwaf that's out here sincerely keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai to the best of their ability. Jachanan Nawaf just coming at you with another quick lesson. Praying that it's edifying by the Spirit, and you know, the same message has been going out over the past couple of days. That Karagma, man. You know, when you have the WEF, the World Economic Forum, where you have these Edomites, bunch of so-called white people that are not elected officials, meeting up to run the world and telling you and predicting to you what's going to happen to you next. How you're, you know, what's gonna go down, you know, just a bunch of stuff, man. It's like it's amazing that these people have the power, but that lets you know about that Job 9:24. They have the power to implement laws and ordinances throughout the whole entire globe, and not one of them has been elected. Don't get me wrong, it was a few elected officials there, but nobody elected Klaus Schwab and all these other people that are there on that forum, making all these, you know, predictions, and, you know, this is what we're gonna do, and they're actually doing it. It's not like they're just saying this is what might happen. They're actually doing it. They're actually in control of what's going on. You know, so when the Job 9:24 goes off into the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, he covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not wearing who is he? Then it's asking a rhetorical question. If this man is not the wicked, then who is? Because it takes an incredible amount of power to dictate shit throughout the entire globe, and you're not an elected official. And we're talking about throughout continents. We're not just talking about where they live. Now, they have a few different things. I mean, I would just say it's so many things that they're touching on. But one of the main things they're touching on is information. As far as like a video like what I'm doing right now, it's not gonna be easy to do stuff like this coming in the near future. They're gonna get rid of they're calling it hate speech, right? So if they feel as if something is offending them, something that they don't like, then it's hate speech. It's not like how it used to be. Okay, this is your opinion, and you agree with my opinion or you don't, and you keep it moving. No, it's not like that. It's not going to be like that. They actually have laws, and especially when it comes to the Sims. You know who I'm talking about, the SEMs, the anti-people. You know, they have a, I think it's called Defamation League or some crap, where they got laws in place where if you say anything about these people, if you say I don't believe this, I don't believe that, you know, then they can actually, you know, get at you. Now, we'll see to what extent they're gonna push it to, which we see where it's going. That's the thing. We're not ignorant of Satan's devices. We're not ignorant of the fact that this man, he writes into law a bunch of bullshit and push it on the people, and you know, and it harms the entire globe, so to speak. As far as, you know, they tell you got freedom of speech, and see, America is one of the last places to be worked on as far as talking points and speech, especially guns. You know, they're using all these stories like the little 6-year-old that supposedly shot the teacher in the stomach. You know, if you notice, it's just a lot more kid shootings, kids shooting kids, and kids shooting people. You know, younger kids. You know, so they're gonna use those particular stories and say, see, we have to get rid of these firearms. And then you have the thing that's going on with the banks, man. You know, you had Bank of America. They're in the news with, you know, catching a lot of heat and flack right now because of, you know, they had supposedly a glitch. People woke up, checked their accounts, went and tried to do some banking, went and tried to do some shopping, and of course all their money was gone. So you got that going on. Now you have to realize that MasterCard, I think the CEO of MasterCard was at this World Economic Forum because they're about to turn all this shit into digital. And that's why I wanted to kind of do this little lesson. You know, I'm driving, So I'm just roughly paraphrasing scriptures, but you know, the apostles, all the apostles have been going into this. All the brothers have been going off into this charagma. Revelation 13:16. If you're not familiar with it, you can pull it up. But it goes off into buying and selling. It goes off into a mark that you're going to have to buy and sell. And that mark, when you go up into that word in the Greek, it goes into charagma. And basically what it is, it's a stake or a peeling instrument, so to speak, right? And a peeling instrument, it looks just like a syringe. And what are these tattoo artists doing? What are these piercing artists doing? They're putting this small grain of rice that they're calling it into a peeling device or a stake device, and they're shoving it into a person's hand, and you can see it online. This is not something that we're making up. This is going on a day-to-day basis. And this is what they want to push. So when the money fails, the dollar fails, you don't have that hand-on-hand, that paper, that feel of money that you can pull out of your wallet, because they've already kind of phased people off from that. A lot of people don't use, cash like that really no more. And I can be honest about it. I really don't myself, unless I really have to. I generally would tap my card and, with the payment system and keep on moving. And that's what they want to get down packed, because it is convenient, but that's the way they're going to push it. Look, you don't have to wait in line. It's going to be within you. You're never going to have to worry about leaving your wallet at home. You're never going to have to worry about leaving your keys at home. We're going to make this all convenient. Now, you have to realize that I think they're calling them Zillennials, this new generation of weirdo ass kids, that all they've ever known was a computer, and all they've ever known was living at home with their parents. And, they haven't had a real life as far as like getting out working and saving up and trying to really do anything, you know what I'm saying, as far as like generations ago, so to speak. So they already have these kids already in their grasp. They're flooding them with the ABCDEFG agenda. I just seen a story earlier this morning. I was reading earlier. If I remember, and Lord willing, I'll try and do something on it. But they have damn university professors doing classes and lectures basically on newborn babies being LGBTQ. Teaching courses on how to transform them, so to speak, and all this other crazy shit. So you have to realize we're at the end of this thing, man. These prophecies are coming to pass really, really quick. And it doesn't take much for these people to push that plantation, man. I call it the implantation. the implantation, the implant, so to speak. It doesn't take much for them to do that. They already have everything in order. And Joe Biden here in the Americas, he done already pushed, that executive order. I can't think of the numbers. It's some executive order 14067 or some crazy crap. It's been a minute. He signed it into order in March. And that thing has already, it was supposedly had going into effect December 13th. December 13th is passed already. So to see the actual results of what's going to happen with it, they're working everything through. They're working everything out, man. So these people have an agenda that they're pushing, and they're pushing it fast. Because when you go into Revelations 12:12, it says that they have but a short time. That's the reason why they're moving as fast as they are. And people are just going about their day-to-day basis. Now, don't get me wrong. There are a few people that know about this stuff. Now, I would say I'd be pretty upset with, somebody like IUIC that are saying that this, the mark is not this chip that they're talking about. They're basically saying that it's sin. But if it's sin, then everybody got it already. Adam had it from the very beginning. So what's the point? Why is John in Revelation writing in the future of something that will be happening in the future if it's already done happened in the past with Adam? Because if Adam fell with Eve, then we're all under sin, right? That's what the scriptures say, right? Then we will all have it right now. So basically, by me being just say, for instance, a wicked ass person should be able to go and buy anything that they want without having any cash whatsoever. And she better just go and, hey, look, I'm a sinner. Let me get, 3 packs of cigarettes. Let me get, I'm gonna grab a fifth of vodka. Let me get 3 cases of beer. Thank you. Have a good day. Oh, and let me get a box of condoms. I don't want to get my homeboy's wife pregnant. We about to get it in tonight. So I mean, it doesn't even make no sense, man. So we're living in the last days, man. You best believe what these so-called white people are putting together. It's definitely something that they're gonna want to put into you. Don't think that they're talking about all this Elon Musk with his brain thing. He wants to put shit into people's heads and make them walk again. And if they were blind, now they can see. This man is out here trying to show you that he can pull off miracles like the Most High. They're basically telling you, hey, look, these people are bold as hell, man. They're real proud. They're saying, hey, we could piss the Lord off, and there's nothing he can do about it. Because see, why? We can make our own rain now. We can no longer will there be a drought with us, because we can make our own rain. They're growing fucking meat in the lab now, chicken, steaks. They want you. They was just at that World Economic Forum. These motherfuckers is talking about giving you worms to eat, man. I had one article. I done a lesson on the other day where they talking about worms taste just like regular beef if you just put sugar in it. So it's really no telling what you're eating right now. That's why it's so important to, pray to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai that he will have mercy on us, man, while we're eating, the scriptures talks about us eating defiled bread in the land of our captivity, along with these damn Edomites, these the people that have us captive. You see? Because I can remember when I was growing up, man, we had a huge garden with everything in it. Butter beans, snap peas, squash, black-eyed peas, you name it, man. I mean, we had everything in that garden, man. Only thing that we really had to go to a market for was like, certain spices, things of that nature, We would generally go to a butcher. We knew what we was picking out the animal, so we knew it was an animal, and they would butcher it for us. They would wrap it, and we would take it home and put it in the deep freezers. You don't have that access anymore. You don't know what's going off into your food anymore. You don't know. And these people have all the power in the world to give you what it is that they think that you should be eating. Talking about some damn global warming and all this stuff. Now, I've been saying it in other videos that if global warming was really from animals, global warming would have happened at the beginning of time, right? Because there was a lot more animals on the planet before the so-called white man got his hands on things and started killing off every goddamn thing. So if it was really animals, that would have happened long ago. That would have happened in the 1800s. It was a lot before the so-called white man came here to America and killed off all those buffalo and all that stuff. Man, it was all kinds of animals here. It's certain animals that's not on the planet no more because of these people. So if it was an animal thing, especially cattle, Israel always had cattle. Israel had cattle, mass cattle in slavery with the Egyptians. It was all kinds of cattle. So you thinking climate change would have done been went down. The earth would have been done floated away or whatever the hell they talking about, man. So it's all a bunch of fucking lies, man. All a bunch of lies. And those people sat there on that stage, and I would advise you to watch some of it. You can get some of it. Read some of it, because it's all in the news. They're giving you little things, but you have to read between the lines and really think like, okay, well, if they doing that, then this is what they're saying in front of you. Then you have to imagine, what are they saying behind the scenes? Because all that stuff is not going on the news. They have people that come there. They have people that come there, Slakia. And as far as news networks, they have the people that they want to come there. They're not going to have some people that's going to actually, ask real questions and they're going to give real answers. No, they have people that's there that's just going to sit there. Basically, it's their news network where they can kind of push some information. They'll say, well, hey, this is what's going on real quick. And you're not going to get no real answers from these people. They're not going to explain nothing. They're not giving no one an opportunity to ask them real questions. Well, okay, well, what's going on with this? What about this? They're not going to give you a person a chance to say, well, who elected you? How is it that you have so much power? How is it that you're doing what you're doing? You think that somebody would have had an answer for that shit by now. These people are not elected officials, man, but they're making moves like like billions of people put in their vote and said, yep, these are the people that, these 20 people or however many people it is, we want running the rest of the earth. Where is it at? You're not going to get it, man. So just realize that you're living in the last days, you know, and that these people are at the helm of destroying you. Now, like I said again, see, this goes for you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, because it's really you that they want to perpetually enslave. These people don't care about their own people, right? They don't care about the so-called white race, which is their own people. They don't care nothing about them. Now these so-called white people, they're up in arms. They're pissed all off. You know what I'm saying? They're pissed all off because their 401ks have been run through. Middle class don't know what the hell is going on. There is no middle class really no more. They're worrying about whether or not they're going to be able to pay their mortgage. Food prices are through the roof. They for damn sure can't send kids to college no more. You know, they're thinking about the future of their grandchildren. And they're just like they're losing it. I just done that lesson last night on what's the phone number? They got the new 988 number, the new suicide number. And the calls to that number is astronomical, man. Hey, they getting all kinds of calls, man. Within 6 months, supposedly, they done got over 2 million calls from people that's just like, you know, contemplating taking their lives, man, because it's crazy as hell here. All throughout the world. I can't even imagine. This is just America. They got a crisis line every damn where, man. And it's all the creation of the so-called white man. They're creating all these problems, man. They're the reason why so many damn pills push throughout the damn earth. Then they want to get to talking about fentanyl coming through Mexico. Are you fucking kidding me? Get the hell out of here. If it's coming through there, it's going to somebody, a so-called white person or white people that's putting it together and pushing it on these streets. Because Jake not making no pills. Jake might sell some, but Jake not making no pills, man. All these rural towns, these country bunk-ass towns, these trailer parks, you got it all in the suburbs, you got it all in the rich areas. These so-called white people are basically, they're reaping what they sown. A bunch of wickedness, man. They pushed that crack cocaine on Negroes during the 90s. Now all of a sudden it's flipping on them, and they got damn vending machines. Slovakia, they have vending machines with Narcan in them. And if you don't know what Narcan, if I'm pronouncing it right, Narcan or whatever, they're basically, it's a reversal drug just in case somebody overdose. You had the Biden administration, they're actually pushing clean needles and clean, you can go, they got places where you can go get high legally. So quote unquote, you don't overdose. We have your back. We're just gonna stand here and we're just gonna, you know, supervise you, you know, getting high, pushing that needle in your arm, however you want to do it. We got free crack stems for you. So this is the place, this is the world that you're dealing with. This man, he gets on TV, he fronts as if he cares. He doesn't, man. You can forget about it. This man is the fucking devil that the Bible speaks of, man. And he's about to really show them real horns. Now he's at a point where it's like, you know, they're just all out. We don't give a fuck. We about to do this thing. Y'all can try and come up against us if you want to. We're going to use the UN military or whoever military or whatever military to send in your damn neighborhood, and you're going to comply to what we got going on. You best believe that. So this thing is about to get grimy out here, man. It's about to get grimy out here. So, hey, be set and ready to rock, because the Lord is about to do some things in this earth, man. A lot of punishment is about to come to you so-called white people for the shit that you've done. But you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you're going to get an ass whooping out of this world for following these people, because you don't want to believe in the Lord, man. You don't want to come back to your culture, your law, these law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord. You'll follow the so-called white man's laws, but when it comes to the Lord, you don't want nothing to do with him. And guess what? When you really call on him, he's not going to have nothing to do with you. That's just real talk, man. And the true name of the Father is Yahweh, which means that he exists or he is to be. And the true name of his son is Yahweh, which means that he's the savior or deliverer in Paleo Hebrew. Not no damn Jesus. If you calling on white Jesus, you through anyway. You can forget about it. You can forget about it. White Jesus is not about to do nothing for you. They beat white Jesus into you in slavery and gave you all these old colonized names. Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, damn Jamaicans. Wherever they went and colonized your ass at, that's the name that they gave you. You are Hebrew Israelites from your respective tribe. You're not these names the so-called white man is giving you. Micah 2:10 says, come out of her. You got to come out of the mindset of being a damn American. It says that this place will destroy you with a sword destruction. And it will. That's why so many people committing suicide. They don't know what the fuck to do because it's so wicked here. And I was just thinking, these people that are going through like these inflation things, with the inflation prices, most of that is because of American thinking, American shopping habits, right? Because America will tell you, when you get up in the morning, you need eggs, grits, or whatever you may eat, sausage, pancakes, oatmeal, orange juice, milk, coffee, you know what I'm saying? Jelly toast. All this shit they'll tell you that you need for breakfast, when all you got to do is just get up and just, make something simple. But the so-called white man, he's telling you that if you don't have all these things for breakfast, then you're not an American. So a lot of these people, they go and they shop and they think that way. They go shop for all this shit and they trying to cook all this shit, and most of it going into the trash, especially with the children. So that American thinking will get you all messed up, man. You see? So I just wanted to just touch on that real quick, man. I'm about at my destination here. So, hey, it's high time to awake out of sleep. Repent to the Father Yahweh in the name of his son, Yahweh Shai. With that, Kwam Yashala.